to Multiplayer Mondays. My name is Captain Fidget. You've not seen one of these before. That's probably true. I've not scribbled yet to ring the notification bell. So if you don't want to miss out when we go live every single week, go do that today. It's Mario Kart as voted for by yourselves in the Discord. By the way, if you're not in the Discord, you should go and join the Discord. That's the best way to keep up to date with what is happening on the channel, as well as vote for what you want to play every single Monday. We are also joined by Lewis. Say hello, Lewis.
Hello.
Fantastic.
How are we doing?
I'm grand, mate. I am absolutely 100% fan-dabby-dozy. I've got a fan on me, so I'm not as hot as I have been in previous streams. Let's see who's in chat. We got Death, we got Roxy, there's Lewis here, whoever he may be. Amber is here as well. Lovely to see each and every one of you. Please do remember to slap that, like that slap button. Like the smash button on your way through. That's what we like to see. That's how it be. Mari is the Captain of Salt. Every damn day, Mari. Every damn day, Captain of Salt. You can't
I mean, let's be fair. Most captains have ships in the sea, and the sea is full of salt, and it helps to keep you buoyant. So really,
there you
Captain
go.
of Salt is a good thing.
There you go. It's Coops Troopa! Do we have a command Coops? I feel like we should have a command Coops.
I think we do.
I think it should be. I think it should exist. I think it don't exist, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna go slap Lewis, because it needs to happen right about now. Also, where's my GG command?
Live chat.
Where's my GG command?
It all came up. It all came up. I've seen it on my side, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You need to go on live chat.
I am on live chat. I just can't see it. It's not there for me.
Okay, well, it's there.
Oh, no, there it is. There didn't get salty. There's the saltiness. How are we doing? How are you, Lewis? How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. Been doing some wonderful work for the channel recently. I've been quite excited about all of that lovely stuff. How about you?
Doing pretty good. Hey, Fidget, how's it going today? Thank you so much for the support, by the way. Always, Coops, always. You want to see somebody who's actually good at Pokemon? Go watch Coops. You want to see somebody who's actually good at Mario? Go watch Coops. You want to see somebody who's really good at Kirby? Go watch Coops. But not right now. Yeah. Now you're watching me. Now is my time!
Well, unless Coops joins in for a race, that is. I mean...
He's going to come show me up. Come show me up, Coops. Make it happen. Any more dates, Lewis? Lewis, your love life has become... The people wants to know. The people wants to know about your love life, Lewis. You got to give the people what they want. And the people wants to know about your love life.
Watch this space.
Ooh.
Who's come and joined us?
Welcome in. Lewis, we need updates. Oh, my little boy's all grown up and getting all out there and dating the real peoples and whatnots. Bet I'm joining the race. This is what we'd like to see.
Yeah.
It's all right. The moment he gets to say another date, we'll let you know. The people will be kept up to date with the escapades. Not all of the escapades, but. Anyway, let's move on. No teams. Frantic items. Hard CPU. Should we do the 4-race warm-up? Let's do the 4-race warm-up. So the 4-race warm-up up in here.
And there we go. And you're just shouting the instructions at all of us.
It's this, and then 4-race this. I mean, that's how I do. That's how I do, Lewis. Yeah, you've been frantic today? Oh, no. Are you saying I'm frantic, or your day's been frantic, Amber? What's been going on in your world? And that goes to everybody in chat.
Frantic items.
Frantic items. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Frantic. It's madness up in here. Also... I hope Lewis doesn't notice something, otherwise he'll be really upset with me. Really upset with me.
You're on a wiggler. Why?
Because I got fed up of being bounced around. I got fed up of being bounced around is the honest answer. I don't need the help. I'm not playing Waluigi. Not that bad. The Wiggler's just heavy enough. It's just heavy enough. To clarify, it's become a bit of a running... I would say a meme.
Yeah.
When me and Lewis play online, our greatest hatred is running into a Waluigi on a Wiggler. Because they're everywhere. If you play this game online, you will constantly run into Waluigis on Wigglers. And, like, it's just irritating.
Yeah, I mean, basically, there is a Mario Kart 8 meta. And if you basically want the best stats, then you'll play as Waluigi on a Wiggler kart with roller tires.
Yes, it's either the red or the blue mini tires on a Wiggler with a heavy character. It doesn't need to be Waluigi, which is why it's even worse, I think, when it's like, oh great, it's Waluigi on a Wiggler again. Because either they've done it because it's a meme, or they've done it because they've watched the YouTube video that's told them to do it. Exactly, I'm not entirely sure which one it is yet.
It's one or both, but either way, it's just... Man.
Just not needed.
Yeah, and the thing is, we will often win races against Waluigis on Wigglers.
Yes.
So, like, it's not like it's like a guaranteed win for them, but I don't know. Maybe that's what they're hoping.
I mean, it's... So, when I was looking into, like, how the meta of this game, a lot of it came down to, like, mini boosts. So, i.e. the boost you get coming out of corners, the boost you get jumping off ramps and stuff like that. And that's why I switched to the Scooty Bike, because the Scooty Bike handles the way I like to, but it gets that really nice mini boost. Who needs a single banana? I'd take it. Waluigi or Wario. Wario every day. Waluigi sucks. So bad. Welcome in, John. Lovely to see you, buddy. But yeah, no, the Wigglers are good. It's a good bike. It's a shame. In when we used to play on Mario Kart 8, not Deluxe, the old version on the Wii U, which I will defend, is a great system. It covered the entire road. Fantastic. I used to play in, like, the sports car. There's a sports car in here. And I love it. I think it's one of the best designed vehicles in the entire game. And now it sucks.
It just randomed onto a course that Coops had picked.
Nice! Oh, not Toad Harbor. Not Toad Harbor.
Can we just take a second to appreciate the Wii U?
Always.
Because, like, for all its flaws, it was a good little system. I loved it. I mean, the amount of times, because where we went to university in Wales, you had to take a train to get back to wherever you needed to go in England, unless you had your own car, basically.
Which,
and obviously, being poor university students, we didn't.
Yeah.
So whenever I'd be on the train, I'd have my Wii U in my bag with me. I'd surreptitiously plug the console into the power socket on the train and then play from the gamepad. It was brilliant.
That's it. It was a proto Switch.
It was, yeah.
The Switch wouldn't exist without it. They what?
No. It had a microphone and a camera on it, which was great.
Okay, nice.
So, like, some games took advantage of that. Like, remember 3D World? You could blow into the mic to get platforms to move and push around the mini.
But of course, that's a DS feature, isn't it? That they've copied over there.
Yes. Yeah.
Because we all remember Chatot being banned from Pokemon Competitive.
Because people could make it say swear words, yeah.
Because people could make it say swear words. Brilliant. Welcome in, Vegito Gaming. How are you doing? Lovely to see you, mate. Lovely to see you.
Pokemon and somebody brings out a chat up that just screams,
F you, wah!
Exactly.
Coops!
Like, no, it was brilliant.
I can't see. Ow!
I brought over my Wii console onto that Wii U and everything.
Did you?
I did, yeah. Because there was a system transfer tool.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because the Wii U had, like, a Wii emulator built into it.
No, 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 no. I messed that up completely. Like, so
Ooh.
severely messed that up.
You got
That was a nice banana. You didn't want to do that, mate. Coops! Ugh. I don't know who's out in front.
I know, but somebody's gonna go boom!
No, you're gonna catch the turn. God dang it. I'll take second. I'll take second this time round. GG's indeed, my friend.
I snatched it right out of the hands of Cat Peach.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
The Wii U definitely had some great games. Oh, absolutely. I mean,
oh, yeah.
For a start, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD.
Yes.
Oh. Peak.
Mario Kart Deluxe. Or, sorry, Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh...
Nintendo Land was alright. I remember playing on that a good few times.
Trying to think what we used to play on it. It was the first time I played Twilight... Well, it wasn't the first time I played Twilight Princess. It was the first... 3D World, there you go. 3D World was on there the first time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mario Maker 1.
Yes. So some of the best games on the Switch... Some of the best games on the Switch were Wii U games.
Exactly.
Pikmin 3, there's a great one.
If the Wii U had done Pokemon Generation 4 remakes, they could have done it... what's the word? Asymmetrically, the way they did on the DS with the touchscreen on the bottom. And the top screen being the TV. Like...
Yeah, no, that would have been sick. Again, it was bad marketing that killed the Wii U.
Oh, it was, absolutely. Too many people thought that it was just an add-on for the Wii.
Yep. Which, again, I'm not surprised they thought that. Because I thought that. I thought it was just a gamepad.
Yeah.
But, like, the amount of times, even in your tiny little uni room, where it'd be a case of, right, okay, some of us want to watch TV now, I'm still playing my game, well, we can do both. That's fine. It's the first console where we could do both. Yeah. Like, it would have been so great for a family home. Oh, man. Underrated console of the year. Of the year? Yeah. Sure. Yes, Fidget.
Probably.
Yeah, more than likely.
Of the 2010s, the most underrated console?
Yeah, no, easily. Oddly enough, the only one I'd say that surpasses it on underratedness would be the GameCube.
You think?
I don't think it's sold enough for what is, in my opinion, one of the best consoles ever produced.
Fair play.
So, like, by that standard, yeah, it's underrated.
I think a lot of people also overlook the fact that it managed to play the same games as, like, the PS2 and the Xbox original on discs half the size.
Yeah, I think the disc size was maybe a thing that dragged it down.
Yeah, the fact that it couldn't, like, do DVDs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, was it much cheaper? I can't remember if the GameCube was much cheaper than, like, the PlayStation.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure now. True, the GameCube had some absolute masterpieces of games. Mate, the GameCube was fantastic, and I will stand by the point.
Trashed by the Americans.
What?
We got trashed by the Americans.
When? What? Oh, right, yeah. I sees it. No, the one I will always remember on GameCube that I stand by to this day more people should play is Bloody Roar. I just need to put this fan facing down a little bit more. Because it's too hot. You're facing the wrong way. You're not that tall. I'm pretty tall, but I'm not that tall. There you go. A nice full breeze now. But you never played Bloody Roar, did you?
No.
Yeah, see? See? It's a banging game and more people should play it. More people should play Bloody Roar. It was essentially a fighting game where you were like... Were creatures is the wrong term, but it's the closest thing I could say without like going way too much into detail.
Okay.
Like you were just half animals, basically.
Here we go. So Coops just said, I feel like this is unpopular opinion, but my favourite console is the Wii. I have my favourite games of all time, both Mario Galaxies and an underrated library. You know what? 100%, I think that's fair, Coops. I absolutely adored my Wii, which is why I transferred it over to my Wii U.
Which you could still play Wii games on.
Exactly, yeah. But mate, WarioWare Smooth Moves was an absolute gem.
Oh, I remember. Oh, I don't know if I'm thinking of Smooth Moves.
It's the one with the Wii remote.
Yeah, we've had this discussion before, and I think I'm thinking of a different WarioWare.
Maybe.
The one where it was all mini games, basically.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the whole thing of WarioWare.
That's WarioWare. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I did play one of the Wii WarioWares.
Yeah.
Ah, god damn it, Lewis! I wasn't paying enough attention.
It's the one where you had to put the Wii remote in different positions, and it would tell you the position before you go into the minigame.
Uh-huh.
And that made it different from other WarioWare games because of the fact that normally it would just put you straight into the next minigame.
Okay, interesting.
Because it would just be shake or press A or whatever.
Yeah, oh my god, what is happening? I've just hit like, oh god. Everything's gone wrong. Like, everything's gone wrong. Love Pokemon Battle Revolution, as it was kind of cool to see your Gen 4 teams battle it out on the big screen. Battle Revolution was like the sequel to, like, Colosseum, wasn't it? Basically.
Kind of, yeah, but there was no story mode.
Okay.
So to speak. It was basically just, you go through different battles and eventually...
Sorry, not Colosseum.
Stadium?
That's the one. Welcome in Major League Gaming! Let's get that exclamation mark Lee in the chat, please, and thank you.
What's up, Lee? Come and have a race. Show your mettle.
No, it was kind of like Stadium. There, that is what I meant. Yeah, I did mean Stadium. I had to sideways. Mari, how could you? You couldn't have been too young. I don't buy that for a second that you were too young. You're not that much younger than me, are you? Are you? Say it isn't so. Please, say it ain't so. Well, there you go. I came third. Does anyone remember Mario Sports Mix for the Wii? It's definitely my favorite sports game. Mario Sports Mix. Not off the top of my head. Right, we'll give a couple of minutes just for people to get in. Also, I'm going to do some promo stuffs. But more importantly, Lewis, you're up on your Mario stuff. What's Mario Sports? I know not this.
I don't know, actually. I don't think I ever played that one. Hold on, Mario is a Millennium child.
What? What? Mari, no! Say it isn't so. Say it ain't so.
Mad.
And just like that, I suddenly felt really old.
There we go.
Yeah, I feel like it's just the obscure game, but everyone I've talked to seems to love it. Fair enough. Mari is a babby. A wee babby. It's 90s kids only. Otherwise you're not invited.
Yeah, 90s kids. Because we're not turning 30 at some point.
just screaming wildly in my own head. Just
Don't worry, it'll be me before you, Fidget.
I know, but Lewis, I don't want to be old. I don't want to be old.
Yeah. That's why we should play Baby Park. Hooray!
Yay! Everything makes sense. How old are you? I'm 27. Am I? Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
I think so. I've reached the age where I've started forgetting how old I am. There you go. That contextualizes everything. Aw, Dad.
Oh, Deathmon gone for the Wiggler.
Ah, Dad, did you swap over? I mean, fair play to you. Ow!
Ah!
Well, that sucked. I don't even want to say my age. Lee, I thought you were the same age as me, buddy. Or are you slightly older? No.
Ah!
No, Lee, I'm pretty sure you're the same age as me.
Yeah.
I know Baker's a couple of years older. I know Tommy's a year younger. Lewis is like a year and a half? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
I know, it's a weird one. Lewis is one of these weird ones where he's born right at the end of the freaking year.
Calendar, thank you very much.
What?
Slap bang in the middle of the academic year.
Lewis, I don't go to school anymore. I don't measure my life by academic years. I haven't done that for... I haven't done that since 2015.
Shut up, I'm old.
I'll be 29 next week. Yeah, there you go, Lee. That's not far off.
Yeah,
yes, dear. You are 27. Thank you. Somebody's got me. Somebody's going to check me. Also, guys, thank you for helping us hit that 650 subs. It's a big old number. That's a big old number. I've been using the beetle cart for so long, I decided to change it up. Yeah, that makes sense. That was basically my thing with the Scooty. The Scooty bike. That mini-map is amazing. What, just the 8? Wee.
Ah, fair play, Mari. I'm the 27th.
I was 1 when the GameCube came out. Wow. I was... I don't know, when did the GameCube come out? Presumably 2000... Oh my god, was the GameCube this millennia?
The 2002, according to chat.
Wait, when did the PlayStation 2 come out?
Sometime roughly around then.
Wow. And just like that, I feel really old. Oh no, it must have done, because I was living in the UK. For context, I lived in Germany for 6 or 7 years, and then lived in Northern Ireland for 2 years, which I guess is the UK. I meant, should we say mainland UK? England, I lived in England.
Britain.
No. I lived in England. That's the point we're making.
Yes.
From 2... See, it's so weird, because... Everyone's told me that I apparently spent 6 years in Germany, but I distinctly remember seeing it in the 2000s in Cambridge. And I'd have only been 6 then, so that... And, like, my sister was born in Northern Ireland, so I spent some time over there between, like, 1 and 2. Or 2 and 3. Time! Time is complicated.
Numbers. Blue shell. Nice.
Yeah!
Red shell.
Get some. You feel old? I grew up with a PlayStation and a Game Boy. I mean, so did I.
Yeah.
I
had a Game Boy Pocket, actually.
Oh, no. See, I inherited the OG Game Boy from my granddad. Inherited the Game Boy Color from my cousin. Then got the Game Boy Color Pokemon Edition from a different cousin. I think the Sega Mega Drive was my first ever console.
Snap.
And then I upgraded to a PlayStation. And then I did that proper Big Brother thing of when I got my PS2, my sister got my PlayStation. Welcome in, Stacy. Lovely to see you. The struggle of having your birthday next to Christmas and before New Year's. Yeah, because your parents are always like, we're not splitting your Christmas presents between Christmas and your birthday. But they definitely are. They definitely are.
Or the odd time when you get, oh, this is for both. Oh. And you get that from anyone, not just your parents.
Hey! It was a brand new goddamn CPU, okay?
I'm not talking about you, mate.
Start complaining, I'll take it back. I won't. It's too far to travel to just take it back. Gosh dang it, I got knocked around for most of that game. Oh, you and me both, mate. Grew up with the PS2, the Wii, and DS. Oh, that hurts. It hurts so bad. See, I still remember... I think the first console I ever played, not owned, was the SNES?
Okay.
The SNES had Super Mario, didn't it? It was the first one to have Super Mario. Or was that the NES?
No, the NES had the original Super Mario Brothers.
Well, there you go. Then. That's the first one I ever played.
The SNES had Super Mario World.
No, in which case, because I never played Super Mario World. So, the old NES, where you used to have to lift up the front of it and blow on your cartridges and then pop them in and push it down.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, Mario, it's still not a game I've ever beaten as the original Mario. Fair. To this day, never beaten it. Used to play that, would play Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtle game was amazing. Back on the NES. Paperboy. Paperboy was a fantastic game.
Oh, right, yeah.
Used to just drive your little bike around, try not to throw your rolled up newspaper through people's front doors and windows. Yeah, there it is.
No, the first sort of console, as it were, that we had in my family was an Amiga.
Really?
And it was basically a computer.
Was that your dad's?
Yeah.
Because I know your dad's a bit of a nerd. Said in the nicest way.
yeah, no, definitely. But that was brilliant. You used to play on floppy disks.
Yep. And you'd boot it up and wait half an hour and just hope it loaded.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it did like a big and just be like all orange screen across and the stupid lines rolling across the screen and stuff.
There were a couple of games that are definitely etched into my memory from that. Because I think like you could get like a word processing floppy disk as well if you wanted to. Like all that sort. It had a keyboard and I think it had a joystick.
Yes, it did. You used to have the little joystick on it.
Yeah, and so there was a game called Squigs, which was these like coloured boxes, kind of like Dr. Mario style.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
In a sense. And then there was this ball bounce game where it was like a platforming game and you're a bouncy ball and you're directing it around the course.
Weirdly enough, I think they brought that back for like the second iteration of the... it was the first Nokia to have a camera phone. The first Nokia to ever have a camera had bounce on it as well.
Yeah. But my absolute favourite as a kid was a game where you play as Noddy and you're taxi driving people around Toyland. and it came on 4 floppy disks for 4 different quadrants of the map. So if you had a character that wanted to go from one floppy disk onto a different floppy disk, and you had to eject it and put it in, and then it as it's loading.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Hey, welcome in, Shannon. Throwback to the old small PC discs you used to come in breakfast cereals. Mate, so, do you know what? Did you ever play...
Weird.
Did you ever play the first ever Pokemon trading card game on disc?
I don't think I did.
Right, the reason I've remembered it just now is because I'm pretty sure it also came on like a half-size disc as well. Weirdly enough, but it was so...
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was so odd. Like, it was pretty good. It taught you how to play the trading card game, and this was back in... I think they literally had base set. I don't even think jungle or anything was included in it. So, like, that's how long ago it was. But yeah, no, there was a really creepy looking girl who used to teach you how to play the game. And just, whew, people make fun of like full motion videos. This thing was horrific. Actually horrific.
No, that's
I
don't.
I might actually track that down.
Specifically, but I've got so many things that I can equate that to in my head. And
exactly what you're thinking of. Yes, Shannon. There it is. Oh no, seriously, I might track that game down and play it on channel.
Go for it.
We might play that on stream one day, just as a like, yeah, let's go old school Pokemon trading card game. Because I know
I would like to freak out the younger members of our audience, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Right. So back in the day, you used to get free trial floppy disks and CDs, CD-ROMs, everywhere.
Oh,
right? Yeah. We're talking in cereal boxes. We're talking handed to you in the post. They would mail you these discs, just addressed to the resident, right? And we're talking free trials to AOL America Online dial-up internet.
Yep.
Because the internet was so infrequent there.
There's Roxy, so many AOL discs in the post.
Yes. And obviously most people didn't have computers. Well, a lot of people did have computers, but it would normally be one for the family, right? And
yes,
so
usually the big beige box in the corner.
Yeah, and we're saying this in Britain as well, right? AOL,
America Online.
We used to get recipients, and like it was insane. Logging onto the internet was a whole thing.
Shall we do it? Shall we give our best rendition? So, are you ready? You ready?
I don't know.
3, 2, 1. Doo-doo-doo. Oh man, it was so dumb. Is it bad that I have no idea what you're talking about? Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly why I've just mentioned this entire thing. The internet used to come in the post.
The internet used to come in the post.
Or in cereal boxes.
Oh man, there was so much you used to get out of cereal boxes. Like, some of the ones I remember distinctly are... when they did Pokemon cards, you would get specific Pokemon cards. I remember they did a bunch of horrible history CDs that you could get in cereal boxes. And let's never forget...
Like audiobooks style?
Yeah. The audiobooks of the books kind of thing. Or sometimes you would just get books. Sometimes you would just get books in your cereal.
Small books. Yeah.
In the post? Yes, Mari! In the post! Like as proper just spam mail as well.
Yeah. Just addressed to the householder.
Here,
have you tried AOL?
Have free internet. Because you got to remember, it was back in the day when I think it was, what, 30% of people in the Western world were online?
Yeah, if that.
If that, I think 20-something odd percent, 30% were online. And let's not forget, and it's something that's been coming up a lot recently on my YouTube recommended, is like, because apparently there's a whole bunch of controversies nowadays. Neopets.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, Neopets was the
Neopets.
Don Diddy Don of websites.
Yeah. I mean, it was basically like your precursor to sort of idle games.
Uh-huh. Basically.
Because most of the time when you're on the internet in the olden days, you could maybe be on for a maximum of a couple of hours a day.
Yeah, because it cost. Every minute you were on the internet cost.
Yeah. And it also meant that people couldn't use the house phone, because nobody had a mobile phone.
Because that was it. Mom, can I go on the internet? No, I'm expecting a call.
Yeah, exactly. Because they didn't have a filter between phone line and internet like we do these days. So yeah, you'd go onto Neopets, you'd feed them up because they will have got hungry over the past day. You'd go and do a couple of games and challenges, and go to the soup kitchen and get some free food. Play some card games.
Oh my god! Pajama Sam! Do you know Pajama Sam? Please tell me you know Pajama Sam.
I am not aware of Pajama.
Of course you're not.
Sam?
Man, Pajama Sam was it was a cereal box game. And it was it was a point-and-click adventure, basically. But you were this little blue dude in pajamas with a cape. You were Pajama Sam. That was the whole thing. It was amazing. Okay. Yes, I know Pajama Sam. That game is so wholesome. Yes, Coops, I'm not alone. Oh, the Treasure Planet cereal box games were goated. I don't remember the Treasure Planet one specifically off the top of my head. I probably, if I saw it, I would remember it. But I don't remember it off the top of my head.
I just remembered a website that I used to love when I was on AOL.
Go on.
MuggleNet.
MuggleNet.
Yeah.
I do not know MuggleNet.
It was a Harry Potter fan website, right? And
of course it was.
This was during the time when we'd only just read Goblet of Fire, right?
Okay, yeah. So you had books 1, 2, 3, and 4, no movie.
Exactly,
that was it. That's what was out.
And people were posting theories and all this sort of stuff. I remember when people were first asking about RAB.
Yeah.
The person in the locket.
That didn't come out until
So this is later on. So I'm talking about the whole time.
Oh right, they just kept it up, did they?
Yeah. Everybody was talking about it as it was going on.
Fair.
And it was basically just message boards. And the J.K. Rowling website was this sort of contracted Flash web space.
Of course, because Flash was a thing.
Yeah, and she was keeping secrets in certain parts of the website, and you'd have to do things to unlock them and all this sort of stuff. It was insane.
Now it's just J.K. Rowling who's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, doubter. Oh man, I'm on a bit of a nostalgia trip now of crazy things.
I know.
What else was there? Back in my day.
Oh, I used to go on the BBC website for the Doctor Who webpage, and it would update once a week, every week with the new episodes. This is back in series 1.
No, I only ever used the BBC Bite Size website.
Ah, fair play.
BBC Bite Size, I swear it was out.
BBC website. That was mad.
No.
Oh, the amount of little Flash games on their website that you could play was insane.
Yeah, okay. Play some modem noise before the next race. Educate the children. I'll do it once the cup ends. I will do it, Roxy. I promise. I'll do it once the cup ends. Welcome in, Rainbowed VODs. How you doing? Lovely to see you.
Hey, hey, hey. BBC Bite Size. Yeah, apparently that's still a thing.
Yeah, of course it is. It does really
Right.
well.
Oh, I heard especially over first lockdown, they were doing basically teaching for kids as part of the CBBC and BBC One
Just daily
sort of
programming.
daily
Just daily
programming.
programming,
Yeah,
yeah. I think we caught
I
that
thought
when
that
I
was
came up to you
brilliant.
the first time.
Possibly. Were they
We
still
just,
doing
we,
it?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Cool math
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
games.
yeah. When they like teaching French or Spanish or something.
Oh yeah, they were teaching Spanish, and it was just like
Yeah.
random words from a guy who really didn't know any Spanish. He's
He
just
was like,
reading
I wanted
words
to
off
be
a
a
prompter,
children's
bless
TV
him.
presenter. I just wanted to be a children's TV presenter. Now I'm reading Spanish off a teleprompt. Help!
God bless him, doing his best. Was where I would go in
No,
fourth
props
grade.
to them though. Props to them.
Like doing working class, but could say I was doing math stuff, and that's it. And they knew what it was about. They knew you could go on there. Oh, mate, do you remember? Right in school? Did you ever have to program the Roomba?
Yes.
Yeah, and you would program it to go forward and left, and then forward, turn 90 degrees.
To explain, guys, to explain, this was a very large grey plastic sort of dome with these antiquated sort of rollers built into it. And you would have to use sort of 90s coding, as it were, to program these machines to go a certain amount of spaces forwards, left, turn, whatever. Like...
Was it called a turtle? I don't remember it being called a turtle. I thought it was called a Roomba. I thought that's where the
name.
name.
Might have been dressed up to have a ladybird print on ours. Or maybe I'm getting it mixed up with Robot Wars.
Yeah, no, Robot War. Mate, Robot Wars in and of itself.
Yeah, that
Robot Wars was the nuts. It was so good. Hypnodisc for life.
Oh man, I was into Razor.
Of course you were. It's easy to support Razor, though.
It's a giant claw.
It's so easy to support Razor.
Tell you what, the house spots are pretty cool as well.
Mate, Sir Kill-A-Lot. Sir Kill-A-Lot was a Don Diddy Don, and nobody met. In fact, somebody went toe to toe. Who was it? Matilda got murked.
Oh right.
Do you not? Were you not aware of this? Matilda was the Triceratops-looking one that
at the time. Yeah, yeah.
had the horns up the front and the spinning disc blade at the back. Somebody just decided, you know what? We're just gonna go to town on Matilda, and just went for her, and like actually tore her apart. It was amazing.
Justice for Matilda.
Justice for Matilda. Fireboy and Water Girl on the school computers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That sounds like a filthy knockoff of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It was Razor who ate Matilda? There it is then.
Oh, there we go then.
One of my friends has met Razor. What? That's the biggest claim to fame you will ever hear. I helped build a computer in IT, never coded a Roomba. I mean, we would never ever build a computer. Now have Raspberry Pi stuff, and that was our first experience of coding. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Until I was like 10 years old, at most, there was one computer per classroom. At most.
Well, we never had computers in the classroom. We had the IT suite. Where you would
We didn't have an IT suite. It's just our year 6 classroom had a bunch of computers.
Hey, returns! Welcome in. One of my favorite robots was Dietor. Because he kept trying to get set on fire.
Yeah.
Nice. What was I... No, we used to have an IT suite, and it would have basically like 10 computers in there. So you would go in, it'd be 2 or 3 to a PC, and every class would have their IT lesson in the same IT suite. So it basically just served the entire school.
We never really got taught IT until high school.
Oh, wow. Fair.
Apart from in year 6.
I'm trying to think. I was in...
I mean, we did word processing on these ancient word processing sort of laptop devices, but...
Oh, yeah, and you used to play with font art.
No, well, yeah, once you got to the actual computers, yes.
Let's all learn about word art? Yeah, it's word art, isn't it? Yeah. Word art and clip art. And goddamn Clippy wouldn't shut up! And then you knew you were really cool with IT stuff if you could change who Clippy was.
Yeah.
If he wasn't just a paperclip anymore, you knew you were a true IT specialist.
You turn him into a dog or a wizard.
Always the dog. Always the dog. I still remember that first time we had smart boards in school, but there was always that one teacher who messed up with a permanent marker. Every time. Every time, without fail.
Well, they'd always mess up with a permanent marker on whiteboards anyway. I mean, like, once they got smart boards and started writing on them with pen full stop was the issue.
Mate, do you remember the old school, like, ones that would run off the projector? And it would, like... It would act the same as, like, a light gun in the fact of, like, the pen interacted with what was being missed out from the board and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a touchscreen board like you have nowadays. It was so dumb. It was not a smart board.
It was barely a board.
I remember them changing blackboards to whiteboards. Yep. Mate, they changed blackboards to whiteboards the same year I got my pen license.
What?
My pen license, you know, when you're suddenly allowed to use pen in your notebooks.
Right, right. I see what you mean.
When you graduate from pencil.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
When I was in primary school, we had one IT suite with all the computers, but we had a laptop trolley with like 50 laptops that you would use the IT suite. No! You want to talk about trolleys? It's the OHP! And everybody who's like age 23, 24 upwards had just gone, oh god, no. Because you would always have the one kid, and it was usually me, who would have to go and fetch the overhead projector, which was basically this big beige box that had a head on it that came up with a lamp, and you would have to get specially printed clear sheet paper that would lie on it, and it would reflect... It would shine through and mirror it up on the wall. And we used to use it for showing off presentation stuff and for reading out the songs that we sang in assembly.
Yes!
Yep!
And the privilege of the person who got to sit up front, in front of all the reception kids, next to the OHP and quickly change over the song lyric sheets.
Yep. No. The real privilege of primary school, and when you knew you were a baller, is when you got to sit on the benches at the back.
I don't know, but there is another privilege. So I don't know if this was in every school, but when you were walking into assembly, they'd always have some form of classical music playing over the speakers. And then there was the kids who got to go and turn on the speakers and put on the song.
Okay.
Before anybody else walks in.
Fair. Right, I'm going to play this. This is what we used to have to listen to every single time we wanted to use the internet. every goddamn time.
And it would go on for so long.
And then you would log in, and your ma or your dad's email address would log in, and it would immediately go, "You've got mail."
Yeah, so in Britain, we got Joanna Lumley providing the voice of AOL. So all that noise would stop, and it'd go, "Welcome to AOL. You have email." And then if something happens, somebody picks up the phone, you've got to go through that entire process again.
Oh, yeah. Every time. Oh. There you go. Roxy just said the exact same thing. Really relaxing sound there. Hey, you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing. Welcome in, Darius. Welcome in, Lego Goblin. Lovely to see you. How are you doing? Guys, if you've not done so already, please do remember to like that smash button on your way through. Please and thank you. Whew. Nostalgia.
Like that smash.
Like that smash button.
There we go. We've got returns representing the Southern Hemisphere here.
And like you youngsters today will never know the struggle. Will never know the struggle of having to give a girl or guy your home phone number for them to ring you. And knowing full well that even if you got the phone and you got everyone to leave the room, someone was listening on the other phone in the house. Because they were all connected. Uh-huh. They were all connected, and somebody was definitely listening, and is horrendous. Why did we have to listen to that noise? What was the point of it? I think that was just the noise of the internet coming to life.
Connecting, yeah. I mean, like, what we're saying is be glad you don't have to do that every single time you want to use the internet.
Mate, could you imagine a world today if we had to listen to that every time we use the internet?
We still had to dial up. Oh, yeah. I mean, we would. This would not exist. We would not be streaming if we still had to dial up.
No.
Like, that. I mean, I don't think you could play HD games with a dial-up system.
No, not really.
And even if you could, I mean, wow.
Shock dodge! But how much is it gonna count? Who knows? Find out this time, right now, here on the Fidget Show.
I mean, to be fair, these days it's not really like we need a filter for the phone and the internet because nobody uses home phones anymore.
Yep, that's it. Mate, I don't even have a home phone.
No.
I know my internet service provider tried really hard to be like, well, you'll get cheaper internet if you buy a home phone too. I'm like, no, bro, stop. Stop. I don't... The only people who would call me on it are spam callers.
Yeah.
Imagine if COVID was in the 90s. Well, do you know what? It's the only good thing we can say about this pandemic is that it happened when it happened.
Yeah, I mean, having the internet has been really useful.
You would have not got Zoom. Zoom would not have been a thing.
No.
I mean, you'd have been lucky back in the day, and obviously it's a little bit further on, but you've been lucky back in the day to talk to your loved ones on MSN Messenger.
Yeah. Because, I mean, everybody knows that the phone lines would have been constantly tied up with people calling.
Uh-huh.
For a start.
Mate, MSN was another one. It was so dumb, rushing home from school to jump onto MSN to talk to all the people you'd just seen. And you knew full well if people liked you or not because you'd be in their name. And if your friend didn't have you in their screen name, they clearly didn't like you very much. It's just a fact of life.
Going crazy with MSN Plus and getting colours.
Excuse me?
You could put colours in your screen name. You could put colours in the text that you're typing to your friends. It was insane.
Do you remember, like, the original GIFs that were on MSN?
Oh, I used to paint my own GIFs for my own emoticons to use on MSN.
Nice.
They're all animated. Because why not, you know?
Because why not? Welcome in VMI! Just popping in to say hi and like the stream because I'm tired and need sleep. I hope your exams went well today, buddy. I know the stress, but you got this. You got this. Imagine 2020 without the Tiger King. I never watched it. I've still not watched Tiger King. I didn't really want to support what I heard was going on.
Yeah, it all seemed a bit shady.
I mean, it was a bit shady.
Exactly. No!
No! The laughing woman from MSN still haunts me. Yeah, that's one of the distinct ones.
Oh yeah, the what were they called? Winks? That was it.
Winks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Never mind.
That one where...
Go on.
I was gonna say the one where it's just a cartoon of a fist knocking on your computer screen, making that distinct glass noise because we were all using, you know, cathode ray tube monitors. Like.
Which again, you still can't beat.
Well, I mean, you can.
No, you can't. Mate, there are still some things that we really should only play on old tube ray monitors. Cathodes. God. Mate, again, it's silly little things that, like, not being allowed to change channel because although nobody was watching what was on, you were video recording it.
Yeah.
Like, literally recording it onto videotape.
Oh. I remember the time that my parents got a VCR with a secondary tuner built in.
Ooh.
So that they can record a different channel to what's going on the telly. And that was... Oh, boy.
That's some modern technology right there. No worries, Coops. You look after yourself. Thank you very much for joining us. Mate, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, yeah. By the end of the VCR lifespan, you were getting ones that had, like, 2 extra tunes in or whatever in a second VCR slot.
Well, they started adding in so much extra protection to stuff like that, didn't they? Because they just knew that was what people were doing.
Yeah.
Like, I remember...
And then, there was a short period of DVD recorders for TV.
I don't really remember any of those. They can't have taken off massively.
The first DVRs started existing after that point.
Yep. Yep. Good old TiVo.
And the like.
Was it TeleWest? Is the first one to do it?
That was the service. I remember that. Do you remember ITV Digital?
No.
ITV Digital effectively became the precursor for Freeview.
Wow. Okay. Fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo. The idea in my lifetime, we've gone from video racks to CD, DVD racks to DVD folders, and now to streaming. Mind-blowing. Love to see it. It is, and I remember the day when it was like, right, we're getting rid of all the old videotapes. And then it was the day we're getting rid of all the DVDs. And then it was the day that we're getting rid of all the Blu-rays.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just... And I know there's some people in here going like, I used to have Laserdisc first, actually. It's like, shut up. No, you didn't. Nobody had Laserdisc. Actually, my stepbrothers and sisters, their dad has an old Laserdisc system. And my God, it's gorgeous. Oh. Like, the quality on it is amazing.
Well, that's it. It was optical media, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. Mate, Laserdiscs, that's where it was at. It was just a shame that the discs were the size of records.
Like vinyl, yeah.
Uh-huh.
those darned guys with their compact discs.
Oh, who do you think you are? Compact disc, you say?
I tell you what, I do love the fact that my parents have still got a record player at their place.
Well, I've still got a record player. Weirdly enough.
Well, I used to have a record player when I lived with Emily, but it's hers, so, you know.
Yeah, but that's because Emily's awesome and is the kind of person who just has a record player and a typewriter because she's awesome.
Exactly.
I'm gonna head off now. Sorry I couldn't stay longer. No worries, VMI. You look after yourself, buddy.
Have a nice evening.
Oh, man, nostalgia. I remember I had every single Land Before Time video on VHS. Right. It still breaks my heart to this day. My TV ate my VHS copy of Pokemon the Movie 2000. And if you're too young to understand what that means, it means the actual tape that ran inside the VHS got caught up in the mechanism and it just chewed it and just like
makes it unplayable.
Oh man, I was so sad that day. I was so it still gets me now.
I used to love this movie called Once Upon a Forest.
Mm-hmm.
And I played that VHS so much. Oh.
Do you know what, right? I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about the things we should be allowed to show our kids. Okay? Or the things that should be allowed to be shown on kids' media. And I obviously brought up Don Bluth, who did, like, Land Before Time, All Dogs Go to Heaven, The Secret of Nim, those kind of films that really, like, messed you up. Were really dark.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh yeah, you couldn't get away with that anymore. And then I sat there and I was like, bro, I grew up on Animal of Farthing Woods.
Yeah.
And right, Animal of Farthing Woods, it was a really messed up show. It was about these animals. Yeah, it really was. It was a show about a bunch of like farm animals, for lack of a better term. Well, they weren't farm animals. They were wild British country animals. So like foxes and badgers and adders and there was an what did I say? Adders. There was like a couple of different birds and stuff like that. Anyway, the rabbits and yeah, and the stoats. Oh, the poor stoats.
Were there any voles?
There were voles as well. They loads of like British countryside animals, and they got uprooted from their home, and they had to go and find a new home. And every single episode, one of them died in one of the most horrific possible ways you could imagine.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking, some of them just got shot up by farmers, some of them got chewed up by, like, plowing machines, some of them got eaten by other animals, like, and they didn't shy away from it either. They were like, oh no, these guys, these friends of ours are dead now, and we're sad that they're dead. They're not gonna find a new home because they're dead. It's like, Jesus.
Oh, that was mean returns.
People will always bring up Watership Down. Nobody talks enough about the Animal of Farthing Woods.
Yeah.
I heard about those types of shows. Welcome in, Eminence. How you doing?
No,
want to hear something funny? Go on.
Go ahead.
No, I was just reading chat.
Once Upon a Forest. I'm pretty sure that starts out, or one of the first sort of hurdles that the characters overcome is the forest gets poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight up poison gas throughout the forest.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like a whole bunch of animals and parents die because of it.
Mate, non-stop.
Because obviously all the animals in the show are kids and then they all have parents. But you know what I mean.
I loved the Land Before Time, but it's been ruined for me because the Triceratops' dad is Daddy Tops, and I will never look at it the same way.
Oh, wow.
That's just what Sarah called him. But Daddy... She was a spoilt little brat. God, I hate Sarah. Ugh, she makes me so mad. So mad. Mate, I love his one song, and I can't remember which one it's from now. I think all the water dries up. And they've got to, like, ration out the water and the food. And he's like, when the going get tough, the tough get tougher. Because after the first one, it became a musical series. For reasons.
Of course. Of course.
You know, the first one was a Don Bluth masterpiece. Everyone that followed it was a musical.
I honestly have no idea what you're on about, but okay.
What? You were not a Land Before Time fan?
Apparently not.
Lewis, no. No.
Hello.
There you go, Mari knows. Sarah was the worst.
Oh, spoiled kids always are.
She wasn't... The thing is, she wasn't spoiled. Her dad was a hard nut. And she had to be a hard nut too, basically.
Yeah.
And she had it rough, but she was that classic, like, I've got a hard time at home, so I'm gonna give everybody else a hard time.
Yeah.
She was complicated. I only know the first one. Alright, so when I was a kid, I used to not like the first one. I used to prefer everyone but the first one. Looking back at it as an adult, the first one's the best. But again, Don Bluth, so it just messes you up. It is designed to mess you up. My favorite movie has always been either Coraline, or Fox and the Hound. I like Fox and the Hound. I don't think it's Disney's best, but it's definitely a good one. I know all of them. I watched like the first 11 or 12, I think. I never got as far as the dinosaurs. I think there was the cold meteors, or it's the... Because there was one where Littlefoot's dad came back, and, like, all the long necks were migrating. I remember that one. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what number I'd watched up to. Fox and the Hound is the favorite. Fox and the Hound was great. I don't think it stands up to... Well, actually, I say it doesn't stand up to. It's a completely different story. Some of my favorite ones from back in the day are Robin Hood, which I loved, and Oliver and Company, which I named my first dog after Dodger. It's a great story.
I was not really raised on Disney, quote-unquote, at all. I'd seen a few of the films growing up, but more than anything, it was Pixar.
Okay.
Out of the stuff that I really saw as a kid.
Bug's Life, first movie I ever saw in cinema.
Yes, I also went to see Bug's Life in cinema.
Mate, that was an experience. Like, the first time ever seeing a big screen, and the first thing you see is that tree. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Changed my life. Hunchback of Notre Dame, again, wasn't one of my favorites. I've not watched it again since being an adult. Say again.
The Mask. That was
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
It was alright. I enjoyed The Mask. David!
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire is a classic.
Yeah.
But no, I was more into my animation. Balto. Balto was one of my favorites growing up. Tell me you've watched Balto.
No.
Please? No! Lewis! Why have you not watched Balto? Go watch Balto! And then ignore Balto 2 through 4. Just pretend they don't exist. Please. Please pretend they don't exist.
I remember going and seeing the first Pokemon movie in the cinemas.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was the whole thing.
I remember having the Digimon movie on VHS, And for some reason, it started off with the, not the Amanda Show, Angela Anaconda. It started off with a bit from Angela Anaconda for no reason.
That was that weird show where they were kind of like made out of cut-out pictures.
And they were all in black and white for some reason.
Yeah.
Welcome in Intrepid Greninja Gaming. Right, Angela Anaconda was so weird.
I tell you, one of the weirdest things I used to watch as a kid was Zap.
Don't know Zap.
It was a weird show where it was like a whole bunch of different mini TV shows.
Okay.
And it was almost kind of presented like in a comic book, but also there was this big hand with a TV remote. And there was, it was weird. Roxy knows.
My favorite movie was Scary. Feel has got to be a movie called 9. I don't know about 9. Oh, 9! That was when they were all ragdolls, right? The little ragdoll things. I kind of vaguely remember 9. First time I went to the cinemas to watch Tinkerbell. Mari! The Kids Next Door. Kids Next Door was banging. Kablam, I don't know. Just wanted to have something to hear while I did a non-recorded Black 2 Wedlock. Well, we're glad we are your entertainment of choice, my friend.
Yes.
We're parts of a man who died to create them in a post-apocalyptic world. Yeah, I vaguely remember seeing this. I was like, that looks like a film I want to watch, and then I just don't think I ever saw it. It was not one we got from the, Huh?
Sorry, I was just reminiscing watching Wallace and Gromit on BBC.
Nah, I don't dislike Wallace and Gromit, but it's never been my, like, woo, yay, Wallace and Gromit.
I love it.
I know. I know. and I know I'm kind of a standout on that one for like being a British person who's not that into Wallace and Gromit. I like a lot of stuff that studio's made over the years.
Yeah. How about like Chicken Run? That's great. Chicken
Run, Flushed Away. I didn't watch their newest one. Was it Dawn of Man?
Yeah, no, I didn't see that one either, actually.
I wasn't a big fan of how they, like, advertised it, which was cavemen playing football. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I love this studio, and it's probably hilarious, but that's not pitched very well to me. I love Corpse Bride. Wasn't that... That's... Right, so... Okay. Was Corpse Bride actually... What's his name? What's the director, Lewis? Help me.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. Was it Tim Burton?
Yeah, I think it was definitely marketed as Tim Burton's Corpse Bride.
Because I didn't know if it was like... Because everybody associates Nightmare Before Christmas with Tim Burton, even though it's not.
Is that because he did Corpse Bride?
I think so. He did Corpse Bride and then he did Frankenweenie?
That sounds about right.
I feel like he did Frankenweenie as well. Tim Burton film, Johnny Depp. There it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, 9 is Mew in the start of the movie, allowing you to take the role of the character in the first look. Wow. Honestly, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing 9, and I was like, this looks like my kind of film. I should probably still watch it at some point. Guys, remember, if you've not done so already, please do hit that like button. Help us, as my friend Baker says on the reg, help us sneak into them home pages.
Yeah, let's get promoted.
I think he's a producer, not the director, David. Much in the same way as I was under the impression that... God, the names are escaping me. Who did Fury Road? Not Del Toro. Anyway, doesn't matter. The guy who did Fury Road produced the first few Mad Max films, but his first directorial outing was actually Happy Feet 2. And then he did Fury Road. Or, sorry, not Happy Feet. He did Happy Feet 1 and 2, and then he did Fury Road. Because, you know, why not?
Exactly, yeah.
Didn't loads of people do Fury Road? No, I'm talking about the director. Very specifically. No, there was one director all the way through it.
Just a single solo production.
Miller? Frank Miller? Is that right? That doesn't sound right. No, Frank Miller's the, isn't he the comic book artist? Frank Miller's the one who did, like... He did the Killing Joke and did, like, Watchmen. That's Frank Miller, isn't it?
I can't help you here, buddy.
Okay.
Very out of my depths at the moment.
Evidence, I'm gonna watch this film, buddy. Don't spoil it all for me. Now that you've brought it back into my memory, I'm gonna watch it. George Miller, there it is. I'm Googling it, hold on. Yeah, George Miller. George Miller. There you go. Yeah, he produced the first few Mad Max films and then directed Fury Road. But his first directorial outing was Happy Feet.
Oh no!
Because, you know, that makes sense.
Aww.
Let me tell you of the cast. Okay, if you so wish. If you so wish. Yep, George Miller. I'm hungry, but I can eat anything because... Oh, I can't eat anything because I'm fat. Well, eat healthy. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum.
GG.
GG's indeed. Did you watch Goosebumps? I mean, I was around in the 90s. Of course I watched Goosebumps. I think the first episode, the guy turns into a dog. I was all about Goosebumps. Welcome in, Coldest! How you doing? Let's get that exclamation mark. Coldest in the chat. Let's go Mirror, just to make it difficult.
Ooh, spicy.
Guys, right, as somebody, and I'm never going to get sponsored now, but sod it, Subway sucks. As somebody who used to work for Subway, they are not fresh. Nothing about them is fresh. Everything is reconstituted. Everything. Frozen, reconstituted, garbage. Don't eat Subway. Oh, God, it's so bad. So bad. And that's coming from somebody who literally used to, like, make the stuff. I'm doing good. How you doing? Doing great, mate. We're on a nostalgia trip today. We were talking about dial-up noises, Neopets. We went through getting games and cereal boxes, onto like old Disney films. Hocus Pocus is one I want to bring up.
S Club 7.
Mate, it was the fact that they
had a TV show.
They had a film.
They had a couple of films, if I remember right.
I only remember the one. I remember
Double.
Yes, S Club Seeing Double, where they had to face off the pop star clones. How could you tell they were pop stars? Or sorry, how could you tell what they were clones? Can you remember?
Okay.
Can you remember the distinct difference? Belly button. There it is. Clones don't have belly buttons.
Yeah.
So dumb. Such a dumb movie. Were they S Club 7 still, or did they go to S Club by then?
No. So I think there was still 7 of them during that film.
There were still 7 of them. Okay.
I think, yeah.
And then what was the kids? The S Club...
S Club Juniors.
S Club Juniors, there it is.
Yeah.
They were awful.
It's because obviously all the kids in Britain wanted to be S Club.
Yes.
So they said, screw it, let's make like 8 kids in Britain the new S Club. And it went about as well as you could imagine.
They had a couple of hits.
Yeah.
They got played at the school discos.
Yeah.
But they were
Didn't
nobody's
they also become
favourite.
S Club 8 for a period, or was that their working name before they were S Club Juniors?
No, I think they were always S Club Juniors.
So maybe that was their working name.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
David Bowie, what a man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Love Bowie.
What a guy.
What a guy. His bulge is the best acting I've ever seen. Don't even at me.
His bulge is the best thing that a lot of people have seen, full stop. I mean...
Right, Goblin King, please take me away. Just take me, Goblin King. So many sexual awakenings to that movie. Uh-huh. I mean, essentially, that's what the movie was about, wasn't it? A teenage girl's sexual awakening? That's basically what the whole film's about. Oh my god, guys, The Labyrinth, great movie. Welcome in, Soap, how you doing? Chex Quest is a good video game. I don't remember Chex Quest.
Maury!
You should attempt the Moe 1 Simp Lock challenge. I mean, I'll have to watch your one. I don't think it fits the channel. I did bring Moemon up to somebody before, and they were like, don't ever play that. Don't ever play that on your channel. I was like, oh, okay.
The FBI will immediately want to know your location.
Oh, The Labyrinth scared my older sister, so I used to watch it on purpose to keep her out of the living room.
I wasn't judging you, I would...
My friend works in a school, and some of the kids said they had never heard of X Factor. I thought the X Factor was still going.
No.
Or has it just been taken over by Britain's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Mate, you really want to, like, pull the nostalgia? Where you go, Pop Idol. The classic Gareth Gates versus Will
Young.
Will Young, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
The only successful winner of a singing contest who actually did anything.
Yep.
Because everybody knows that if you want to make it big after going on a singing contest, you have to come second.
Yep.
Man, Will Young, what a guy.
Then you don't get the contract that's offered to you by the TV people. You get a contract offered to you by a record company.
By actual producers. You can book Gareth Gates for about 2K now? Fair enough. I know a guy who was on The Voice a few years back. Like, I grew up with him. Well, I say grew up with him. I knew him when I was a teenager. And now his name escapes me as well. God, I suck. I am awful. Why do people watch me? It got 16 people appearing and 17 likes. Like, you guys love to see me go through nostalgic things that I just can't remember. Just cannot remember.
Don't forget, I mean, there's plenty of room on the server if anybody does want to join it.
Oh, yeah. Fidget, can I be... Yes, DM me Moemon Arcanine. I want to see it. I want to seize it.
Wow. You're going to have to put it in the Discord, I mean, if you're going to put it anywhere online.
I'm here for the salt. I don't get salty playing Mario Kart. Well, I mean, not when I play with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, if I play online and I'm playing seriously, then it's all salt all day long.
Oh boy, we become saltier than Ritz crackers.
A nice reference. Ritz crackers.
Not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Oh, Dad! Oh, you big meanie!
Mate, One Direction probably did the best? Well, I don't know. Little Mix are still going.
Yeah.
Little Mix are still going. One Direction did really well.
They did do very well, but they had like millions of pounds of Simon Cowell behind them.
They did. What's funny is they all went on initially as separate contestants.
They did.
Who all got basically told, you're not really good enough on your own, and then got thrown together as a boy band and told to retry.
So, do you remember when they tried to do that again with a group called Union J? And the only thing of note that they ever did was that one song that was in Kick-Ass 2?
Nope. I don't remember.
It was the first.
Oh wait, is that the one that she has like her awakening to?
Sexual awakening to,
oh.
yeah.
Oh, that scene is so gross, and it's like
so gross.
Like, and I got nothing wrong with like female sexuality. You go, girl. But like that scene is gross.
Yeah,
that scene is weird.
So young, dude.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
Like,
she's like 13 in that, supposedly, and it's like, I feel really uncomfortable here.
I mean, I understand Chloe Grace Moretz looks very young for her age, but still.
True. Welcome in, Saoirse. How you doing? How are you today?
Hey.
Can one of my mods go grab Saoirse's link because Lewis has still failed to set up a command?
Just
gonna throw him under the bus. Even though it's definitely my job to do it, but I'm gonna throw Lewis under the bus.
Hooray! I get to be under a bus.
Amazing. I need you to provide a rendition of my laugh. Well, I don't just have a recording of it, Rox.
I mean, I think, to be fair, any one of our mods could go onto Stream Elements and do that.
Nope. It's only you. It's only you.
Well, then you're going to have to give somebody else that privilege.
I had to set up different permissions to make that a thing. They tried the One Direction thing a few times, after which never worked. Welcome in, Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know the best music to ever come out of a competition show was the one, the only, Jedward.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Every Brit around just rolled their eyes in unison.
Oh, they are. I mean,
mate, they were our Eurovision talent.
They're so offensive that even Ireland refused to
accept
admit that they're Irish.
Yeah, they're not ours. They don't belong with us. Mate. Oh god, Jedward, there it is. The iCarly revival actually looks like they're bringing iCarly back? But how can they bring iCarly back without Sam? Because Sam will never do any of that again.
I mean,
weirdly,
play.
Weirdly, something I've been looking into recently. Did you ever watch iCarly?
I personally have seen a few episodes in my life. Okay. I tell you what, Sam is definitely the best part of it.
Sam is the best part of it. So much so that she got her own spin-off show after it got finished called Sam and... what's her name? Anyway, it was the one that was played by... what's her name? Oh my god! Who's the one who came from Nickelodeon and went on to be like a really famous pop star now?
Ariana Grande.
Thank you, right. Sam and... what's her name? God, it doesn't matter. Sam and...
Ariana Grande, yeah.
Sam and Ariana Grande. So they had their own spin-off show. Sam and Cat, thank you. Mari, you absolute star.
Okay.
So they had Sam and Cat, and then afterwards, she like came away from TV for a long time, and then started making her own films and stuff. And like, if you haven't seen her films, well worth watching. They are basically her own biopics. Really, really deep stuff. But it turns out like her mum got like really bad cancer, and none of her family could work, so they pushed her into acting as basically their main source of revenue.
Oh.
So she then had to go through all the child actor garbage that all child actors go through, whilst being like every penny she earned getting robbed from her to pay for her mum's healthcare and stuff. And then I think not long after Sam and Cat finished, her mum just died. And weirdly enough, she turned around and was like, yeah, it was a happy day for me. It's like, oh, Jesus. So yeah, I don't know how you could do an iCarly reunion without Sam, and I don't think Sam would ever come back to it. Yeah. Jeanette McCurdy, thank you. We'll never again.
I've seen a lot of pictures around recently of iCarly, and I've been wondering what it was.
It's probably never going to work with Nickelodeon again. Ariana Grande got paid way more than Jeanette, apparently. Well, yeah. Yeah. And again, like, Ariana's a lovely girl and did really well for herself. Really well for herself. But yeah.
And man, she has made some absolute bops.
Yeah.
Like, can't praise her enough for that.
Hey, she's a really talented artist as well. Like, you can't even take that away from her.
Exactly. No.
There was going to be another iCarly spin-offs with Gibby. Oh, man, he was the worst.
Even the name Gibby is the worst.
Like, do you remember the Even Stevens?
Yeah.
Which was Shia LaBeouf's first ever thing, if you don't know what the Even Stevens is. Do you remember Beans?
Yeah.
That was Gibby.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there you go.
Stevens, I was like, he's going to say he's basically Beans.
Essentially, he was Beans.
I hated Beans.
Beans was the worst.
He was just awful. He was like, right. Are you aware of Cool Cat?
Cool Cat saves the day and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm aware of Cool Cat.
Yeah.
I'm more aware of like the controversy around it.
Blonde kid.
He's in it? I didn't know he was in it.
No, it's just I was thinking of Beans, and then I thought that evil blonde kid rubbing his hands together in a menacing fashion. I'm sorry, that kid just cracks me up.
Oh, mate. I can only imagine her in the Fred movie. No, why is she in Fred? Why did that exist? Why did that movie happen? Isn't that the movie where he, like, chases, Kesha? Isn't his girlfriend Kesha in that? Am I remembering that correctly?
No.
I was just called Even Stevens. Calling it the Even Stevens is like something my mum would do. Do you know what? It's because I always think of the Even Stevens movie. That's why. All right.
Okay. I mean, I just always add the before things in an effort to sound like an adult who doesn't quite understand, like, you know, the TikTok.
Pixie Lot, thank you. Shush.
Pixie Lot. Okay.
She's on that same Kesha level, right? They're basically interchangeable.
Okay.
Which one of them did the milk advert?
I don't know, but I remember that there was, you know, that model who did those Muller yogurt adverts, and her thing was getting a tiny little dab of yogurt on her nose, and that was the joke of every advert.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was either Pixie Lott or Kesha who did like a milk advert that was just got milk. And it was just her with just a milk mustache. And that was the whole advert. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is a thing, I guess.
I don't actually recall that one.
Welcome in, Rowan. How you doing? Do I remember Boy Meets World? Of course I remember Boy Meets World. Of course I remember Boy Meets World. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I remember it. I mean, Screech alone. Wait, wasn't Boy Meets World the one where it was Zack? That's Boy Meets World, right? Lewis, you've gone very silent.
Again, way out of my depth, dude.
Really? You don't remember Boy Meets World?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie was my jam.
Completely different show. I agree with you, but like, completely different show.
Keenan and Kel.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, I used to love that. Absolutely love it.
Not Zack. Which one's Zack from then?
Saved by the Bell?
There you go. That's the one I was thinking of. That's the one I was thinking of. Cory and Topanga were the main focus. I don't remember Boy Meets World then. Not as much anyway. I remember watching it, I just don't remember anything about it. Girl Meets World was a thing for like half a season, I think.
Yeah.
Until it died a death. Saved by the Bell was good fun. Saved by the Bell was dumb fun. Whoa, avoid the bullet bill. Avoid it like the plague. Ta-da! Hi everyone, sorry I haven't been here recently. I've had a lot going on. Are you alright, Rowan, is all I'd ask? Like, you don't have to apologize for not being here. We're grateful for you coming in. Just want to know that you're alright, my friend.
Yeah.
It's not real life. It's high school. I'm not going to sing the song. A little bit before my time, when I was a little, I watched Balamory 24/7. If anyone remembers it, you are a legend.
Balamory.
What's the story in Balamory? Wouldn't you like to know? There you go. I'll sing that song, apparently.
I was a little too old for Balamory, but I'm aware
I had a little sister. This is the... So it's like, Death Bear and the Big...
Jim, Tots TV.
Rosie and Jim. Rosie and Jim. And their donkey! Rosie and Jim had a donkey and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And the mallard that lived on top of the boat.
Or was that Tots TV?
Might be... Oh, no, you're right. Tots TV had the donkey. Yeah. Rosie and Jim had the mallard on top of the boat.
Yeah. Tots TV had Sac Magique.
Sac Magique? Oh, yeah. Sac Magique! Oh, yes, because she was French for no reason.
Yeah, because Tilly was French.
For no reason?
Yeah. Oh. It was brilliant.
Oh. May, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and those black and white cats. Dun 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 dun.
Teletubbies was just a whole fever dream of childhood nonsense.
Teletubbies was my jam. Not even gonna pretend it wasn't.
I always wanted that Tubby Custard.
Did you never have Tubby Custard? Mate, we had Tubby Custard, we had Tubby Toast, which was, you would get a special toaster that would just burn the toast in the right places to put that stupid smiley face.
What would help is if you had the milk roll bread, because then it's already round. Yep.
No, we weren't that fancy.
I mean, I used to have pink custard as a kid, but like, never. It was never really a case of it being Tubby Custard.
Well, I suppose that was it. We just had pink custard that we got told was Tubby Custard.
Yeah. I mean, my parents would have never given me pink custard, so it would have just come from school. So, you know, once I was in school, I wasn't really thinking about the Teletubbies.
You despise the Teletubbies because of the creepy sun? I beg your pardon. The sun was the least creepy thing of all of the Teletubbies.
It was an actual baby just having a great time and giggling away. Who, by the way, is
super hot now. We're allowed to say. We're allowed to say she's super hot. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, she's super hot, but what is she doing these days? Is she just existing, or is she like a model?
I don't know. Yeah. Come outside with Pippin and his polka dot plane!
Yes.
You're talking about VHS recording, like, episodes on TV, right? So
Yeah.
the only episode of Come Outside I had was one where they talked about sewage plants and where your feces goes once you flush it. That was the episode I had.
An important episode. So, you know.
Man, Come Outside was amazing. I got really upset. Somebody told me, like, this year that apparently the dog never went in the plane.
Oh.
Yeah. So all the times you see the dog in the plane's on the ground. Anytime the plane's in the air, it's a fake dog.
Well, I mean, I guess that's fair. Like, he would have had no idea what was going on. Like,
yeah, no, I think it was a health and safety thing. You know, the brief bits of health and safety we used to get. I find it funny that stupid minor changes different countries do to shows for no reason. Like what? Give me an example.
So in Sesame Street, most of the time they're filmed differently, so they have completely different puppets, and all the birds are different colours.
Oh no, he's talking about Postman Pat. Postman Pat and his shiny red hat. No, it's Postman Pat and his black and white cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mate. Jess, the black and white cat. Don't, Mari, no, rip Pippin. Pippin will live forever in our hearts. Forever in our hearts.
All dogs go to heaven. All dogs.
Sad. Big Cook, Little Cook. Kind of roughly remember Big Cook, Little Cook. Again, a little bit after my time. I think even my little sister was getting a bit too old for it then. I remember, like, Bear in the Big Blue House. That was a huge one.
I was well into Blue Peter as a kid.
See, I suppose you're too old for things like Story Makers as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mate, Story Makers was amazing, and the best bit about Story Makers was Mary Blue Cow, I think it was. Just.
Okay.
Blue's Clues!
Cool.
Mate, Blue's Clues was awesome. And then they got rid of the main guy, and I don't know why. I mean, I didn't watch it long enough to see the main guy disappear, but I know they got rid of him. Speaking of the main guy going, Art Attack.
Oh, yeah. Neil Buchanan's absolute legend.
Mate, what a hero. Neil Buchanan taught an entire generation how to art.
Yeah.
What a hero.
Like, I used to have a VHS of Art Attack, and it was... there was quite a few different projects in it. But one that really sticks out in my mind that I remember is where he was making a plaster cast of his face.
Yep.
And he just sinks his face into this, like, plaster stuff. I don't know, was it a weird kind of dough? I can't remember. It was something weird, but it was fun. And then he did this big Art Attack at a rugby football centre. But he read it wrong. He thought it was just a football ground. So he did a football player, and then he saw it said rugby, so he changed it to a rugby player.
Nice. Mate. Neil Buchanan making some shady deals with the devil because the man is not age. Isn't he dead?
No.
No?
I think there was a fake news that happened about that.
Oh. Oh! I thought he was dead! Like, I'm not disappointed that he's alive, I'm disappointed that I was lied to. Just to clarify.
Yeah. I think so, anyway.
But no, David, I do not mean Bob Ross, I mean Neil Buchanan. Bob Ross is amazing, and I love him dearly. Yeah. But completely different.
Yeah, he's not on the sort of like creative DIY kids project level. I mean, it's,
one of the presenters of Smart died. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Mark Spate.
Rowan, you
the
take
guy
that
with
back.
The blonde spiky hair.
Oh, yeah. Like the only memorable one from it.
Yeah. Although there was that Jay guy who got involved in a drug scandal.
Nice.
Yeah. And what was his name? What was her name?
What? Sorry, Shannon, clarify. They were investigating whether Neil Buchanan was Banksy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. A bunch of people thought that Neil Buchanan was Banksy.
Like, legit?
Like legit.
Amazing.
I mean, I would wholeheartedly be in full support of that if that were the
Mate.
case.
Big up. Big up. I don't remember Mr. Maker. I don't know that at all. Oh, no! It got deleted! Dick and Dom. Dick and Dom was a thing.
Yeah.
Dick and Dom in da bungalow.
In the bungalow. Was it bad or was it bad? Because that came from a time when bad meant good.
Uh-huh. And shouting bogies in museums became a thing.
Yeah. Like a national pastime.
Like, I knew adults who played that game.
Yeah.
So dumb. Did your school ever go on Dick and Dom?
No, but Dick and Dom, the next door neighbour's cat, he took a visit to Stoke-on-Trent.
Okay.
That entire song that he does about Stoke-on-Trent is on YouTube when you search for Dick and Dom, and it is brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I remember...
Just to clarify, guys, I'm from Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah. I remember there was a couple of kids from our school who ended up going on Dick and Dom one weekend. Unfortunately, they were already the cool kids who just got even cooler because they were on TV.
Yeah. Man, I really wanted to be on that show.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know it existed until people from my school went on it.
Oh,
so, wow. We weren't big into the CBBC.
Yeah.
I grew up with Disney Channel and Fox. Fox Kids. I think I've told you before, I was an anime fan way, way, way back when.
Yeah.
Bogies! Dumb fun. Did the UK have no Bill Nye? We didn't. Bill Nye the Science Guy wasn't really a thing over here.
No.
It's something
the closest thing we got to that were like just some kids' science shows. I think there was one called Eureka TV.
Eureka, I kind of remember. There was a weird one, like, I remember watching on the Discovery Channel that was Mystery Hunters? I don't know if you ever came across Mystery Hunters.
No.
Yeah, basically, it was just two kids who would hunt down, like, myths and legends and conspiracies. It was all aliens and Bigfoot and stuff like that. It was dumb. It was dumb fun. It was like if kids could do X-Files, essentially.
Fair dude.
I used to watch Winnie the Pooh and Balamori most of the time. Winnie the Pooh was the nuts. Bill Nye,
guys?
Bill Nye had a segment at the end of every episode of a cartoon that we had on CB. Really? I don't remember that at all. At all. Brainiac! Brainiac was a thing.
Brainiac, yeah.
Because science.
No. Here's the thing, we had cable up until I was about the age of like 7, 8. And then we only had like Freeview after that. So I got to see Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon up until that age. Like, after that, yeah, it was all CBBC or CITV.
Welcome in, Dale. How you doing? Me and you, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Seriously? Right, that song came out. I was still very young, and there's nothing worse than being like 8 years old and singing a song to your teacher that says, "Stick your hand down my pants and I bet you'll feel nuts." It's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
No.
Whilst at the same time, everybody's singing, "I want to take you to the gay bar, gay bar." When we touch, when we kiss.
Communication error.
Oh no, what happened? Oh, boo!
I have no idea.
Boo, that was probably my fault. Clicking buttons I didn't mean to click. Oh, boss, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Does anyone remember Tickle, Tiny, and Dot? If you do, you are amazing. Not personally. I don't think I remember Tickle.
No.
Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Mate, the Animaniacs was amazing. The Animaniacs, Freakazoid, Pinky and the Brain, like all the stuff that was weirdly Steven Spielberg doing animation for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we used to see stuff like that quite a lot. So you'd have like Tasmania as well.
Taz of Tasmania. Taz of Tasmania. That's not what you mean, though.
Yeah, that's actually what I meant.
Courage the Cowardly Dog I couldn't watch. I couldn't watch it. Dexter's Lab was amazing up until like the 3rd season, I want to say, and then it just took a nosedive. I've had a vehement argument with someone about Dexter's Laboratory. I think the day Dexter's Laboratory died. No, that's fine. Omelette du Fromage was great. The day the episode died was the full-on Mandark episode.
Fair
when he
enough.
does everything to the tune of his laugh.
Do you remember when Dexter finally sat down and watched Dee Dee's dance?
Dee Dee's dance?
Yeah.
No.
Because her whole thing was that she would be doing a dance and he wasn't interested.
Okay.
And like, and then he eventually sat down and watched it and he was like, hey, that was pretty good.
Hey, that was pretty good. Yeah, he had a weird accent.
He had a weird accent.
Mandark's laugh was meant to be annoying. But like, mate, Johnny Bravo was amazing and weirdly taught me to respect
Johnny
women.
Bravo.
And Recess is like the first show I could say I'd watched every single episode of. Recess was amazing. Justin Fletcher and Chris Jarvis. Go on.
My favourite thing was...
Lewis,
when
why are you not in
BBC
here? Get in here.
Oh, I didn't realise you'd set it back up.
Yeah, we're waiting for you, honey.
I'm just joining you now.
In your own time.
My favourite thing was when BBC Two would show The Simpsons, Malcolm in the Middle, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Robot Wars. Like, you could just sit down and have a whole night. It was brilliant.
Mate, that sounds like a hell of a night.
Yeah.
Cow and chicken. Mama had a chicken. Papa had a cow. They loved us both. They didn't care how. I can't remember how the song goes, but it's basically... David's just gonna drop the freaking bomb that is the Powerpuff Girls.
Boom! Yes! I used to love the Powerpuff Girls.
Mate, the OG X-Men, though. Was I singing? We were talking the other night, and I just randomly burst into the X-Men theme. It's like... Which one?
Now I've got the Crystal Maze theme in my head now.
Oh, yeah. Mate, that guy was so fabulous. Just his...
Yeah.
He pulled off leopard print and bald so well.
Well, that was Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, what a beautiful man. An absolute
Like,
freaking hero.
Oh. Incredible guy.
You hated X-Men and Thunderbirds. Well, those two things have nothing to do with each other, but... Why did you hate the X-Men? Jungle Run. Do I remember Jungle Run?
Oh, here's a nice little fact for you non-Brits out there. When we used to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid, it had been censored to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Turtle power.
Yeah, man. You can't show people being ninjas.
We actually referenced that fact in our old series, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We did, very quickly and quietly, but we did.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Turtle power.
It is. It's just the two of us sitting there going, turtle power. That was such a weird episode to film.
Oh, it
So,
was.
in a series that me and Lewis did that none of you should ever find,
No,
I'm not even
never.
going to give you the name of it because I don't need it like attached to our names anymore. It's still on the internet because
It is.
it was an experience and a time, and the original series is not on there anymore for legal reasons. But if you want to see Fidget be a completely different kind of person,
Yeah.
there is a series there. And in this
And if you
episode,
want
we
to see Lewis being basically the same guy.
Yep, Lewis
as
being
I am
Lewis.
now. Yeah.
I has the Lynxes. No, Roxy, no. No. You were shown that in confidence. I think I showed you that to show you who Lewis was. Like, so who is Lewis? I was like, let me show you. This is Lewis.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, but he's just playing a character. I was like,
Well, to be fair, it's
played
slightly
up.
exaggerated.
And that was it. It was all exaggerated characters. But anyway, the point was, in this episode, we got teleported back to the 90s. Because of course we did, and it was just to demonstrate that the 90s really weren't as good as everybody makes them out to be.
Yeah.
The game shows where kids had to complete tasks to collect silver monkey statue. I was gonna say, is it the one with the monkey
Jungle Run.
statues?
Jungle
Yeah.
Run. Yeah.
Yep. I remember the monkey statues. I do remember the monkey statues. Or what was the other
It
one?
was kind of like
Raven?
the kids' version of Crystal Maze. Raven. Yeah.
Was it just called Raven?
Yeah, it was just called Raven. Yeah, and it was this Scottish bloke who got kids to compete in medieval-style trials. It was brilliant.
Like, it was pretty good because, like, they would, like, teleport them away and stuff like that.
Except I didn't like the later seasons where they started playing with the formula. I like the original formula.
No, Mari cannot have that. She cannot be trusted. I love her dearly, but I know she cannot be trusted with that power. Jeez. We play Mario Kart in that. That's how old this game is.
That's true. We were playing Mario Kart in that.
In that very episode. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy were amazing.
I never watched that.
I distinctly remember the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy being a spin-off of something as well.
It wasn't Foster's Home for...
No. That came out
No.
afterwards.
I never saw that either.
It was a spin-off of something. Or something spinned off. No, it was definitely a spin-off from something. Somebody on that. The Cramp Twins? Mate, the Cramp Twins was brutal.
Oh, the Cramp Twins. That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Horrid Henry, I don't think Horrid Henry was that great. I just
I
think
enjoyed the book, but I didn't like the series.
Yeah. Honestly, it was just a turd. He was a knockoff Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is difficult to say with an American audience, because you guys had a different Dennis the Menace to what we had.
That's true, yes.
Our Dennis the Menace was cool. And, like, didn't just annoy some old dude. He annoyed everyone. With his dog, Gnasher.
He did, yes.
Is it Gnasher?
Gnasher, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was like, is it Gnasher or Muttley? But Muttley's...
That was
Wacky
Dick
Races?
Dastardly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wacky Races and Catch the Pigeon!
Catch the pigeon.
Catch the pigeon, catch the pigeon. Oh, man. What a character Dick Dastardly was. Did anyone ever watch Round the old Australian show? Round the Twist. No.
Oh, I'm going to be honest, I didn't like that. Like, it used to be on all the time on CBBC, but it just wasn't my thing.
No, not ringing any bells for me.
I think the theme tune was, "Have you ever felt like this? Have strange things happened? Are you going round the twist?"
Vaguely bringing something back, but nothing too. Goosebumps we went over earlier, Dale. Goosebumps was up there.
We did.
I
What
always
about
like
the
to.
Ghost Hunter?
No, don't know Ghost Hunter.
So basically there was this lady who was hunting ghosts, and she had this sidekick called Disniff, and she really wanted this Shoeshine Boy's ghost. She wanted to steal it, and like so this Shoeshine Boy became friends with the main characters, and it was weird.
I'll tell you what the weirdest thing that was on British TV was. I can't remember the actual show it's from, but it was just the boy who would always go, "Devil Finger!"
Stupid.
Was it stupid?
It was called Stupid, yeah.
Devil Finger!
The entire plot of the show is this bloke just goes around zapping kids in Britain to make them become stupid, and this one kid had this devil finger. It was insane. I used to love it.
I just remember like drawing on cement and then taking his cementy finger and drawing across cars, and like the whole time he's doing it, he's going, "Devil Finger!" Brilliant.
Oh, and there was this guy who used to do a cooking show, and then when he'd get zapped, he'd just start messing up the entire recipe, and then his thing was always adding his shoes and just singing, "My shoes, my shoes, my shoes."
My shoes! Ooh, my shoes! Art Attack we went over. Rugrats was amazing.
Rum.
Nah, I wasn't a big fan of Brum. Brum's weird. You ever tried to watch Brum recently? It's... yeah.
He's just a car going around having adventures on his own. What's not to love?
Brum's weird. Are you afraid of the dark? That was... I think that was originally a Canadian show. I think we did get it, or at least I've, like, watched it since. I don't think it was a big thing when I was a kid.
No, I don't think it was big.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? If I'm correct, that's the one where they went out and, like, told spooky, scary stories around the campfire. Danny Phantom? I was more of a Fairly Odd Parents kind of guy. Danny Phantom was fine.
What?
What?
Sorry, what Mari just posted.
There was this one episode where this young lad peed on a tree and got... What? Okay. Okay.
Moving on, yes, Deathmon, Tom and Jerry was a staple of British TV.
Yep, used to fill airtime instead of adverts on the BBC.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur. I was never the biggest fan of Arthur. Arthur fell under the same. Arthur was the CBBC version of Doug to me.
Okay.
Did you ever watch
I never
Doug?
saw Doug. No.
Yeah. Doug was weird. But yeah, Arthur's fine. Like it's more Arthur's better these days because of the memes that came out of it.
So my dad used to hate Arthur because, and I quote, "There's always a moral at the end of the story."
Well, yeah, it's kids' TV.
No, but I mean, Arthur always
it was
had a
spelt
message.
out. It was actually spelled out
always,
for you.
Yeah, and he just didn't like that. He was like, cartoons are just meant to be fun.
See, last time Arthur was brought up on this channel, I was forced to go and listen to like 3 or 4 different songs. And I think you and your brother made me do it as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
God's sake.
Oh
So
man. Arthur was.
Jekyll, Jekyll, hide, Jekyll.
Yeah.
God.
Oh man.
Dumb fun. Tiny Toons was pretty good. Tiny Toons was pretty good. It was definitely better than the next one they tried to do, which was like... They did them all as superheroes? What were they? Like the Toon Squad or something?
I
Toon...
don't know. I think I stopped paying attention by that point.
Yeah, they tried to turn the Looney Tunes into weird superheroes. It was odd.
I used to have some Looney Tunes VHSs. And I remember one of the stories on it was Duck Dodgers in the 24.5th century.
Yep. Duck Dodgers! Of the 21st century. Making fun of Buck Rogers, obviously.
24.5.
24th and a half century. Mate, do you remember... Okay, so everybody knows Darkwing Duck, right? No? You don't know Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck was on the same kind of level as, like, DuckTales and stuff like that. But the one I distinctly remember that nobody seems to know was Count Duckula. He was a duck vampire.
You notice how Returns has made himself Dick Dastardly?
Amazing.
Did you not notice?
I saw someone leave and come back, and I was like, I don't understand. But it's Dick Dastardly. I see it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom Jones and... No, he didn't. Oh, to Duck Dodgers? Really?
Oh.
I am the terror
fair.
who flaps in the night. Yes, David! Yes! Oh. So good. Oh, cartoon shows were so dumb. I mean, they still are. Let's not pretend. Scooby-Doo was the nuts. Until they tried to reboot it again and again and again and again.
I don't know. I mean, the old ones had their charm in that they were, you know, cheaply animated for a start.
Mate, I like...
But, you know, some people seem to love how Disney used the exact same animations in all of their old films, you know? It was just a thing of its time.
Scooby was my first ever nickname.
Oh, nice.
A pup named Scooby-Doo? No, OG or I don't care. And yes, Mari, Zombie Island was one of the best films as a kid. Oh. I bet you loved the Weird Sisters. Is it the Weird Sisters? The Twisted Sisters? Do you remember Zombie Island, Lewis? It was the first. No. It was the first Scooby-Doo movie, really. And they went to an island to investigate the zombies, and it turned out. Is that
the one where they all swap bodies because it was Scrappy-Doo nicking people's souls?
No, that's a dumb thing that we don't talk about.
Okay.
Not the live-action one. No, they did an animated movie. They did a series of animated movies. Zombie Island was really good. They did the Hex Girls! There it is, David!
Okay.
Yeah, man. They went to Zombie Island to investigate the zombie outbreak, and we're like, well, there's obviously a man in a mask. And turned out, no, they weren't. They were actual zombies. And they had to deal with actual zombies. And then it turned out that, like, they were zombies that were cast by witches. And the witches were all cat ladies. Like, not ladies who had lots of cats, ladies who were cats.
Oh.
Yeah. Welcome in, Khalil. How you doing? Good to see you, mate. Oh, man. But that was so good. Hey. They had... Zombie Island was one. They had another good movie, and then it really went downhill from, like, the Cyber Ghost. I remember the Cyber Ghost being the first Scooby-Doo movie. I was like, no, thank you. Oh my god, Hex Girls, I am gay. I was gonna bring that up. I was like, Mari, I can imagine like the Hex Girls being an awakening for you.
Fair play. I mean, we're all gay here.
Hex Girls weren't until the Witch's Ghost? No, the Hex Girls were definitely in the first one. Hex Girls were definitely in... Were they? No, who was... I'm gonna look it up now. Maybe I'm mixing like a whole bunch of stuff into one thing. Scooby-Doo, Zombie Island, Witches. Legend of the Vampire? Don't know that one. Woody Woodpecker? I can't do it.
I did used to enjoy the Woody Woodpecker show. Yeah. I think the one that came out in the sort of 2000s specifically. So, because they used to show Chili Willy, who was just the most adorable little penguin. Do you not remember Chili Willy?
I don't remember Tilly Willy, and the only adorable penguin is Pingu.
No, so he was part of the Woody Woodpecker show.
Oh, okay.
He just used to get like a little segment every now and again.
Fair.
Because there was also that other woodpecker, Wendy, was it? And then there was that Swedish walrus guy.
Mate, I do not remember the Woody Woodpecker show, like, at all. I remember his laugh, and that was about it.
Did you ever used to watch Basil Brush?
Yes, of course I watched Basil Brush.
Oh, Basil Brush was my absolute jam.
Oh, mate, it was so stupid as well.
Brilliant.
Boom, boom.
I also remember the first time they introduced Cousin Mortimer. That was, oh boy.
Oh, they were just called the Werecats? Alright, fair enough. I am combining things in my head then. Mari, you can't just jump to Toy Story, okay? You can't just be like, oh, Toy Story, that was a thing. Yeah, we know Toy Story was a thing. It was a big part of all our childhoods. And the worst thing was the third one hit me just as I was going to uni. It came out the summer before I went to uni.
Oh, man.
Oh, buddy, like right in the freaking feels.
That will have been the same summer before I went to uni.
Yes, it would have.
Why didn't I think of it that way? I never think of it that way.
It was. I will always remember it that way because I went to we went to actually the local theater rather than the local like cinema theater. We went to an actual theater to watch it. And I went with a load of guys, and it was like one of the last times I saw a load of those people before we all went away. So, trying to think of movies. The Little Mermaid, mate. I love The Little Mermaid. I wasn't a big Disney princess guy. Little Mermaid, Mulan. They're probably my two favorites. The Clue movie.
David, yeah. Well, we don't call it Clue in Britain. We call it Cluedo. Yeah. So I think not a lot of Brits watched that movie.
It was 2012, Mari, when we went to uni.
Oh yeah, 2012, yeah.
Mulan, yes. Right, I think we should probably go on a bit of a raid.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, is you streaming? Or are you premiering? Oh, no, you're premiering. It doesn't really count. Yeah, there's a few of us in here. Let's go raid level legend.
Cool.
So, is that the right link? What the hell? Is that the right link?
Splatoon 2 stream.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Level legend. Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for getting us 21 likes on the video. I hope you enjoyed it, this little walk down memory lane. And we hope to see you again next time. But until then, we'll catch you later.
Bye.